Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for taking the time to stop by and check out my daily trade review in hopes to further hone in my skill set and maybe share a little bit of that with everyone. So where did we leave off in the last video? Well, OSRH, day 3 watch tomorrow. And well, would you look at that? Your boy hooked you up with a beauty, with an absolute banger. So we have our day 1 bar. Then we have day 2 low volume consolidation within not the body of the candle, which we would like, but still within, the generalized wick of it and the upper side of that as well, which is nice. And then day 3, we are looking to blow out the upper wick of both day 2 and day 1. And we get that with very nice expansion from 74 cents all the way up to 90 cents. So really, classic entry model here for you. To take at the break of these wicks, stop loss below, which correlates with this, now bullish breaker block, but it was a bearish order block at the time, right? So just classic entry model, all, given ahead of time, which is really, really nice. And watching this afternoon for more, okay? And then we were also talking about the S&P 500. Yeah, look at that cat go. One fast cat if you need your own cat wheel. They love them. So we got this 15-minute downtrend. So we're maybe potentially looking for rejections on that if we remain with a bearish bias. However, I don't really buy it. We see some bearish reversals setting here as well. So maybe let's test this bearish order block and we can convert that into a breaker block and then try to test this other downtrend breakout, right? That might be a little bit more substantial for us. And again, it will break eventually, but I expect it to reject full-heartedly. On that note, I don't expect, this crazy market crash that everybody's talking about. We had some news come out that there's no GDP estimates, and then we won't get that until December. Everyone's crying that, the numbers are so bad, they're hiding them, but it was just the government shutdown. There was no one collecting that data, right? So just give them some time. They'll get it. It's fine. I don't really think that the world is burning behind the scenes like so many people would like to feed you the narrative of. But I don't know. I've been wrong before. And then today, let's talk about our trades really quick here. Just get right through them. RUBI has news of a backlog of 120 million in contract revenue, which I guess is pretty decent. I can't find a market cap for this company anywhere I look for it. It's just there's no stats. I just don't see it. So, being a little cautious there. But we like the news. We had this run the other day, just recently this ran and we were playing it. So we know that it has a couple gaps for us, right? We have this gap that was just created as well as this larger gap that we were targeting the other day, right? So let's try to, on today, we'll switch to the 4 hour so you can see it. Let's try to blow out that previous high, right? Let's try to get into the lower band of the gap and hold it and then fill the gap, right? But for now, things are looking pretty grim. Of course, this is a penny stock, so setting a wider stop loss because it's hard to manage risk with penny stocks. 20 cents, a 1 cent move is fine. That's huge, right? So you just can't really onboard that type of risk with any size, right? So a smaller size trade, which is nice, and we do get a clear 2-to-1 here, which is pretty decent for what is that, about 39%. Nothing to write home about, but we do our best, right? You show up, you cast the line, and see what kind of fish you can get. LNAI, securing licensing for complete tumor regression in humanized cancer models, which isn't humans. That's like I guess maybe mice and pig or something. Animals with human or similar genomes, I guess. I don't really know. Not human trials, though. I guess that's the important distinction here, which isn't great. However, anytime there is a ticker with cancer-related news, with autoimmune-related news, with Alzheimer's-related news, we're putting it on the watch list, looking at it for volume. So this is going to be important, right? Here's a quick lesson. So you see, because the news is good, it has a catalyst, but the other ones have a catalyst as well. And CETY will be our next that we'll talk about. And this is a good example to compare the two, right? We'll go to our 1 minute. So we see here, market cap 26 million, sub 50. Perfect. I love it. Average day volume 7.6. It's a little bit much, but it all depends on relative volume. So what's today's volume? 6.5. That's less than one relative volume. That's not good, and it's not going to provide us with price improvement like we'd like to see. On the other hand, on our bottom screen, we have CETY, 8.6 or 8.7 million market cap, under 50. Perfect. 30-day average volume, 5.7 million. It's pretty high, but it's all relative. And our current day volume, 23 million. So you can see how, that is much larger than the average, which allows us these parabolic moves, right? On that note, this is probably the best setup going into the afternoon that I see for continuation. Earlier, we had classic entry model. You should be familiar with this, where we have a news pop, a VWAP breakdown, and reclaim. When it reclaims, that's where we like to take entry. Our stop loss is below the pullback, right? Then we get a 1-to-1, 2-to-1, and almost 3-to-1. Unfortunately, we don't get it. It loses VWAP, so we cut the trade, right? Because I don't know if it's going to get caught on the 200 or not. I want to keep as much profits as I can. However, we see the 200 supporting, the 200 supporting, the 200 supporting. We have, potential reversal here, which has been whipsawing, back and forth. But if we can pair it in real time with a key level breakout, perfect entry model here. We want to wait for it to break and then base above before we take that entry. Stop loss could either be at the order block or the reversal signal, right? But again, you want that to break through, base above. Otherwise, it's just going to reject VWAP here. And that's a very important distinction, because there's a lot of non-confirmation traders who are adding on the 200, and they're going to be selling here at VWAP, right? So don't chase here. Wait for it to break through, wait for it to base, and then go, right? So, I wish I could get this out for you guys ahead of time so you can maybe work that into your play. It's happening here in real time before I can even get this uploaded, but it is what it is, right? So going forward, we have the hopes to start a Discord free, of course. I don't want to be charging anyone for anything, but I don't want to be doing it until we get 1,000 subscribers on the channel, because I'm going to have to onboard some mods to the whole situation, right? So we want to make sure that it is all, going appropriately at the right time, and not, having these people onboarded, as mods just to police 5 people, right? However, something that I'm committed to doing, and maybe even live trading here throughout December for you guys. I would rather stay focused on GameStop, but I've got to do this on the side as well. So I'm not really sure how to balance that, but something that I would like to do moving forward. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a magical day, and I will see you soon in the next. Make sure to check out my other channel, Hello Good Game, if you'd like to maybe play some Magic the Gathering as well. Cheers, and we'll see you all soon in the next. Take care of yourselves.